Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Morgan Wiebert, and today we're going to be doing a practice to get us into the flow of identifying with our divine nature. Now, what is our divine nature, and how do we identify with it? Well, there's a little insight that comes from the Yoga Sutras that really helped me with this. In the Yoga Sutras, it says that whenever we identify with that which changes, it leads to suffering. But the first time I heard that, I kind of thought, wait a minute, everything changes, right? My body changes, my mood definitely changes, our relationships change, our age changes, our health changes, our bank accounts change, everything changes. Well, almost everything. There's one thing that the Yoga Sutra says doesn't change, and the Sanskrit word they use for this is Purusha. Purusha is often translated in English to mean soul or spirit. I love the word essence. So there's this essence within us that is there through all the changes of life. And as we identify with this essence, or some people call it the wise witness, the infinite self, we begin to see that all of the things that change aren't who we are. They're simply experiences. And when we switch that awareness, it makes a huge difference. Rather than saying, I am this, I am that, I am the job, I am the bank account, I am the age, I'm to this, I'm to that, I'm not enough of that. We say, I'm experiencing this age. I'm experiencing this relationship or this lack of relationship. I'm experiencing this health condition. And we know it's not who we are. Who we are is deeper than that. And it is present through all of that. In Taoism, there's a little saying, be the water, not the wave. The wave is ever changing, but the water is always the water. So today we're going to do a flow that really helps us move into identifying with the water rather than the ever-changing wave. Let's begin. So we're going to start today with a little EFT tapping practice before we move into our flow. Begin with your hands just resting on your chest over your heart center. Take a deep breath in here. And a long exhale out. I want you to feel into that place within yourself that is you and was you when you were 3. It's the same place in you that was also you when you were 13 or 23. The same essence or wise witness that was with you at 23 is with you at 43 or 63 and will be with you at 93 or 103. Just breathe into this aspect of yourself right now. And set an intention to know this as who you are. And all of the other things as experiences. Identify one experience that you've been happening recently, that you've been labeling yourself with, saying, I am whatever, based on this experience. One that you can feel brings suffering or limitation, the way the Yoga Sutra says. And we're going to do a tapping round to help release our identification with whatever that is. Begin tapping the side of your hand. Now, if you've never tapped with me before, just gently open your eyes and follow along. Otherwise, you can keep the eyes closed. And then repeating out loud after me. Even though I've been identifying with this experience, I know that I am so much more. Even though I've been identifying with this experience and it's brought me stress, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I've been identifying with this experience and it's causing suffering, I forgive myself. I choose to hold myself in deep compassion and remember the truth of who I am. Tap the top of your head. Continue repeating out loud after me. This experience, in between the eyebrows, these labels I'm putting on myself, tapping the side of the eyes, these limitations I'm putting on my being, below the eye. I choose to witness them now with compassion. Below the nose, all these labels, all this identification, it's just human nature. Tapping the chin. But deep down, I know I am so much more than any of my experiences. Below the collarbones, that all of my feelings and everything that I do or don't do, and everything that comes out of that is just an experience. Front of the ribs, it isn't who I am. Let both hands rest over the heart. Let the eyes close and say to yourself, I am my divine essence. I am Spirit, Purusha, the wise witness. Witnessing all of these experiences and emotions. I choose to see myself as the water and not the wave, and allow life to flow through me. Good. Letting the eyes open to a soft gaze. And we're going to move now onto our hands and knees and move through a flowing embodiment practice. From our hands and our knees, we're going to begin by taking the hips back towards the heels. And then tuck the chin round through your spine, coming through a cat pose. Release the toes. Let your hips sink forward. Draw your chest up. On the exhale, press yourself all the way back to that child's pose with the toes tucked under. And then straight away flow into inhale, rounding the spine. Release the toes. Let the hips sink forward. We're going to do this a couple of times. Our own breath rate. Feeling the wave of movement coming through our whole body. Using our breath to allow ourselves to come into greater fluidity. We are the fluid water, the fluid life, essence, energy, prana that animates us. And we can flow into many different containers. Next time you come to child's pose, pause and lift the hips into a downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths here, lengthening through the arms, lifting the hips. And then we're going to bring this wave-like movement through our spine again. So bend your knees deeply, tilt the hip bones to the sky, lengthen out through the arms. And then we're going to draw the belly in, tuck the chin, round forward towards a plank. Let the hips sink forward, pull the heart up towards the sky. Bend the knees, pull the hips back, ripple through the spine to a down dog. And then roll yourself all the way forward towards the plank again. Lower the hips, lift through the heart. We're going to do this a few more times at your own rate. Just finding the wave moving through you. When we identify with any one experience, we start to get stuck. We start to experience either resistance or attachment. And the flow of life can start to stagnate. Next time you come back to your downward dog, pause there. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Take hold of your elbows, have a little bend in the knees, and invite your torso to sway right and left. Right and left. And then bringing it back to center, invite a little bounce of the torso. Good. And then walking the hands all the way back to your downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide. We're going to inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee towards the hips. And then exhale, curl the knee towards the nose. Good. Now bend your left knee, extend the right leg up to the sky, flex the heel. Bend the knee, curl the knee towards the nose. Bend the left leg, flex the right foot, extend it back up to the sky. And then exhale, bend the knee, round through the spine, curl forward. One more like this. Right leg lifting into the sky. And then this time we're going to step that right foot all the way through between the hands, coming onto your fingertips. Let your hips sink low, lift your chin and chest. And on the exhale, straighten the front leg, bow into the chin. Bend the right knee, ripple the chest forward, sink the hips, and then exhale, navel draws in to take the hips back. Take a few more, your own breath rate. Feeling that wave-like energy moving through your body. Whenever we sit and meditate or really just pay attention, it becomes very clear that the one great truth in life is that everything changes. Next time your hips come forward, pause here. We're going to walk our hands over to the left so the feet are nice and wide, fingertips to the floor. Lengthen up onto your fingertips, reach the heart forward. On the exhale, bend the left knee. Take the fingers all the way to the left. Sweep them back along the floor. Bend the right knee, take them all the way to the right. And just doing a few like this, your own breath rate, creating this flow right and left through the spine and through the legs. Good. And then the next time you come back to that left knee, bend the knee, turn the heels in, come to a skandasana squat, flex your right toes up, left hand to the inside of the left knee, inhale, sweep the right arm up, and then exhale, touch the right hand to the left knee, look over the left shoulder. Again, inhale, sweep and open. And exhale, touch the knee, create a little twist. A couple more like this, your own breath rate, creating more fluidity up and down your spine. And as we open the body and create more fluidity in the body, we begin to see ourselves as more dynamic, as more adaptable. The changing nature of us becomes a strength, not something to fear or worry about. Bring the hands back to the mat. Straighten both legs. Take a nice big inhale, come to fingertips. And on your exhale, walk your hands to the left, coming into the lunge. Plant the palms, and this time we'll extend that left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, and then exhale, knee comes to nose, ripple forward. Bend that right leg, inhale, flex, extend left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, curl yourself in, knee to nose. Bend the right knee, flex left ankle, extend it up. So just doing this a couple times. So you're finding these rolling like movements through the legs, the spine, the arms. Good. Next time you come forward, take that foot between the hands. Fingertips to the floor. Inhale, sink the hips, lift the chin and chest. And exhale, sink the hips back, bow the head. Inhale, let yourself ripple forward. And exhale, ripple back. A couple more just like this. Deepen the breath. Last one. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, walk your hands to the right. Feet are parallel. Once again, we'll inhale, lengthen onto the fingertips, open the heart. This time, touch your hands to your heart. On the exhale, we'll bend the right knee, sweep the arms to the right. And then on the inhale, bring the hands back to center. On the exhale, bend the left knee, sweep the arms to the left. And inhale, hands back to center. And now doing this at your own breath rate. Grounding your feet, but finding this spaciousness, openness in the upper torso. Every time your hands come to your heart, remind yourself that you are divine and infinite. And we can ground ourselves in this knowing of ourself as divine and infinite. And that helps us move more gracefully through all the changes that we will always experience. Next time you come back through center, we're going to take the hands down to the right, spin the heels in, the toes out, coming into our skandasana. Right hand to the inside of the right knee, left arm lifts up and open, big breath. And then exhale, touch the left hand to the right knee, look over the right shoulder. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale to open. Exhale, touch and twist. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Every breath is a wave of life force flowing through us. And the breath reveals if we are allowing or if we're resisting, if we're being the water or if we're stuck in thinking we're the waves. Let's bring the hands to the earth, come all the way back to center. Take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, walk the hands to the right, find your lunge. And then step your back foot forward to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, halfway lengthen the spine. And an exhale to bow into your thighs. Inhale, come to the fingertips, big breath in. And a long exhale, bow. One more. Bend the knees nice and deeply. And then we'll sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. On the exhale, we're going to sink the hips lower. Take the hands down by the hips, tuck the chin. And then on the inhale, sweep the arms up as though you're gathering water and then you're washing it over you. Exhale, palms come forward, bow. Inhale, sweep all the way back up, washing the wave of life over you and through you. A couple more, your own breath rhythm. Bring yourself into this flowing nature of all things. Let go of the identification with any one part. Last one. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And this time, exhale, bow all the way forward, legs straight, touch the earth. Inhale, come to your fingertips, half lift. Exhale, bow into your thighs. Again, inhale, come to your fingertips. Plant the palms, exhale, step or float your feet back into your plank. Hold for a deep breath in here. On the exhale, lower. You can always drop the knees. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale, a low or a full cobra, up to you. Belly draws in. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, extend the right leg up to the sky. And exhale, step that foot all the way through. Inhale, sweep up into a high lunge. On your exhale, hands are going to come back, come into an arrowhead, navel and long spine. Sweep the arms low, all the way up like you're washing that water over you. And then exhale back into your arrowhead. So we're going to do this a couple times, our own breath rate. As you come up, if it feels better, you can bend the back knee. If you feel any tension in your low back. Good. Do a few more like this. Use your breath. Hands to the earth. We're going to drop the back knee. Let the hips sink forward. Let the hips sink back. Inhale, come forward. Plant the hands. Exhale, step back, flowing through a chaturanga or any modification of that serves you better. Taking a few deep breaths in your downward facing dog. Let's take this now to the other side. Inhale, extend the left leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot all the way through between your hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. On the exhale, bend the elbows, come forward to an arrowhead. Inhale, maybe bend that back knee to sweep the arms up, water over you. Exhale, come forward. Couple more like this. Inhale, let the wave come over you, through you. Watch it. Know that it is not you. It's just another experience. Two more. Use your breath. Hands to the earth, drop the knee. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, sink the hips back, straighten the front leg. Inhale, come forward, plant the hands. Exhale, step back, move through your chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Take a nice big inhale here. Stick the tongue out on your lion's breath. Exhale. Inhale, extend the right leg up. And exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Knee to the earth. Come into your pigeon pose. Fingertips to the earth. Take an inhale, lift the heart. And an exhale, bow the head. We're going to do this a few times. Inhale, ripple the spine up. And exhale, ripple the spine down. Two more like that. Next time you come forward, just pausing here, taking a few breaths, extending out as far as is comfortable for you. One more big breath here. And on your exhale, walk your hands back in. Plant the hands and we'll just step straight back to our downward facing dog. And taking this to the other side, let the left leg lift. And exhale, step the shin all the way through to your pigeon. Fingers a little bit wider. Take an inhale to lift. Exhale, ripple down. Do this a couple times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, ripple forward. When you feel ready to, coming into your pigeon pose. This time we'll inhale, draw the hands in, draw the torso up. Lean into your left hip, simply swing your right leg all the way around. And we're going to draw ourselves onto our back. You can take the hands behind the knees, curling onto the back. Draw the knees in, give them a little rock or a little circle. And then we're going to bring the feet to the floor, close to the hips. Tickle your heels so the feet are hip-width apart. Inhale, draw the hips up, draw the hands up. Take the hands behind you. And on the exhale, lower hips and hands. Just doing that a couple more times, your own breath rate. Next time your hips and hands come up, we're going to lift up onto the heels as well. And just take some breaths here. And taking one more big breath here. On the exhale, slowly lower the upper back. Then the middle back. Go as slow as you possibly can. And then the lower back. Beautiful. We'll draw the knees up to the chest. Take the hands out to the side. Drop the knees to the left. And just take a few breaths there, letting everything relax. Bringing the knees slowly through center. Take the twist to the other side. Feel your deep breath and your dynamic nature. Witness yourself as ever-changing and know that you are the witness. You are the essence, the Purusha. You are the water and not the wave. Slowly bringing yourself back into your center. And then we'll come into our final resting pose. You can keep the knees bent or extend the legs straight. Bring the arms down by your side and just close your eyes. Allow yourself to ease into the endless flow of life force moving through you. So feel free to stay in your resting pose as long as serves you. When you feel ready to come out, making some small movements, rolling yourself off to one side, and then slowly coming up into a seat. We'll just bring our palms together in front of our heart. Breathing into the center of our being, the wise witness, the divine essence. Bowing our head in gratitude for this practice and honoring that divine essence in each other by saying Namaste.